peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. You already know. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Right now, every second counts. That meaningless conversation at the grocery store could have been spent drawing up the design for your logo or raising funds to make money to trademark your logo, or that time could have been spent building with somebody who's gonna build upon your business with you, and vice versa, where y'all building each other up, you know. But point I'm getting to, which I just use talking to somebody in the grocery store as example, but if you transition right now, would you be happy and satisfied with how far you made it along on your growth? You know, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I thought about how much every second counts. You know, of course, we are vibrational beings that are eternal. You know, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. But in this bodysuit, in this lifetime, you know, I can't pinch what the hell went on, but in this bodysuit, you know, it only has one time to leave the dock. And are you gonna cut the rope loose to leave the dock just to float in the water? Are you gonna go to certain destinations and go all over the world and go to these different places and go on an adventure, you know? Or you could just let your boat just sit and float in the water. You know, but every second counts with manifestation. And two, reason why I'm bringing this up, because a lot of us don't realize, man, any little second complaining, there's always somebody doing worse than you. Always in this world, and I say quote unquote worse, but from their perception or yours, you know, when you go to throwing those pity parties of like, why me, these negativity, you know, why this negative thing gotta happen to me, you know, please realize, you know, there's people in the world that, you know, that's going through things that may be just as worse as what you're going through in the moment. And also, you know, dwelling in negativity, you know, never manifested positivity. You could go anywhere and look it up, you know what I'm saying? Being negative all the time. Like if you walking around being negative, you look at somebody that walks around being negative all the time. If you could show me somebody that does that and they manifest nothing but positive things in a beautiful life, then, you know, show them to me. They gonna be in the Guinness Book of World Records for one, or whatever. Matter of fact, the Guinness Book of maybe the Universal Records. I don't know. But you know, it's about that positive outlook as well. But back again, it's every second counting. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, if like when I ask that question, like if you transition right now, would you feel satisfied with, you know, how far you've been growing and everything? If you saying no, or you kind of feel, and keep it real with yourself, because another reason why a lot of people not growing spiritually, because you're lying to yourself. You got areas you want to grow in, but because you're in your ego, you're ashamed to admit it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. You're ashamed of yourself. You're ashamed to admit something to yourself, not to your mom as a little kid, not to the, you know, to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Again, you gotta evaluate and look at yourself. So if you saying like like, you know, then what is it that you could be doing right now to move on your soul purpose, to accomplish what you really, you know, desire, you know, your soul purpose, you know? Do it right now. Like, what's funny, I brought that up before, like how the now is the vibrate, like my intro, you know, not too far in the future, not too far in the past. At one time it was seeming corny, but it was like, nah, it does kind of just give that little affirmation, no matter how corny it is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It gives that affirmation to stay in the moment, you know. Just by saying it, it kind of like, nah, you know, like what I'm doing right now. Am I being in this moment? Am I enjoying this moment? Or am I not satisfied with the moment, thinking about the past or worrying about the future? When you're worried about the future or thinking about the past too long, that means I hate right now. And you could try to argue about it. Oh, no, that don't mean that. The actions speak for itself. If you were in a strip club as a matter of fact, bad analogy right now, especially dealing with the divine feminine. But say for instance, if you was in a place that gave you some type of joy, like, you know, and you loving it, and you know, at your favorite sporting event, you know, at your kids or your grandparents' birthday, man, you in the moment, you drinking beer, you like, bruh, man, ha, you know, laughing, doing whatever, you in the moment. So to sit there and lie and say, oh, well, no, even though I'm not in the moment, I'm still enjoying this moment greatly. Again, actions speak for itself. So, again, we want to be in the moment, but also constantly moving, you know, in the now. Because right now, I'm getting that omens to somewhat become a vibrational snob again. I spoke on this in one of my older videos, becoming a vibrational snob, but basically like protecting your vibration on a level where some people may think you're stuck up because, you know, you just don't hang around certain crowds and vibrations anymore. You don't allow yourself to be around anyone that doesn't pick you up. Because look around you. If you're around somebody, like, this is the equation, point blank period. Is the person that the people you're around or that you conversate with, whatever, when y'all converse, does it always feel like y'all lifting each other up, or, you know, like, whether it's some type of upliftment? Or does it feel like it's uneven, like with somebody complaining and one person being positive, or, you know, whatever the case may be? If you're looking around and the situation may be like that, you know, you may have to change the way your surroundings look. Because again, you know, you don't get positive results from, you know, being negative all the time. So back again, you know, being in the moment. You know, you want to be constantly working on yourself, because then when you look back, how could you complain about where you at when you know every second? Like, say, for instance, that's why I chose to not have a job. Like, say, for instance, especially people who, you know, gave up their 9 to 5s, man, we got the whole day to ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We got the whole day to ourselves. And, of course, starting off, you know, trying to find that balance of how to manage your day, like, you know, where to place your time, you know, how much you're going to spend your energy, you know, how long you're going to spend your energy in certain areas, you know, of course, and how to, you know, how much logic you're putting into what you're doing, how much intuition. You know, we all different on how we move on that, but we all do, regardless of how we different. You do want to move through spirit first and foremost, but, you know, we all different the way we handle that. I misplaced where I was going with that. You see, what's funny is, like, well, my better videos when I'm coming with the information is, like, a lot of times when I have those little memory lapses. So I kind of, like, you know, but I was speaking on being in the moment. It'll come back to me. And again, in these moments like that, practicing, you know, being humble and taking away pride, because if I was too extremely prideful or this and that, you know, I would feel shame. I would hold this situation against myself so hard. And, you know, you got to forgive yourself. That's another thing outside. You know, matter of fact, look, transition to something else. Don't forget to constantly forgive yourself and forgive others in that sense. I mean, now some things may be harder to forgive, and some people feel like you shouldn't forgive. To each his own on that perspective, but I feel like, you know, if I am, like, if I'm the all, you know what I'm saying? So that means that even individuals that is not me, is me, then, you know, apologizing to anybody for any situation is like apologizing to myself for any situation, you know, as far as I see it. But, you know, that depends on perspective. A lot of us don't have that view of seeing a person outside of us as the all, you know. Like, it's still kind of the aspect of, like, you know, I'm me and they or them. And to a certain aspect, that should be kept, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why we are here existing in the physical. But, you know, the as above, so below principle still is a law, regardless if we don't look at perception that way. But I digress. But again, back to the every second, making sure every second count. Every second. Because, and I think that's where I was earlier when I kind of dropped off. Where, when you look back, there's no room to complain when you saw yourself just sitting around with people that wasn't lifting your vibration. Because that's probably where I was at. Well, if you, we're not forced to spend time with anybody that's not lifting us up, so why are we doing it? I mean, I know why we're doing it. It's because of the insane social construct that babyfy insanity, that babyfy negativity, and I only show my kid, I show my kid more attention only when they sick or they sad, so that creates a mind frame where my kid wants to display sickness and sadness in order to get attention. And that creates a social construct of embracing sickness and sadness, you know what I'm saying? So it gets that deep, you know what I'm saying? Let me be sick and sad to get some attention. That's funny how the constructs make us that way, but again, just being around energy that uplifts you or bringing you down, Because if you transition, picture being in a moment, bruh, do you want to transition in the moment talking to somebody that's pulling you down? Or do you want to be transitioning, doing what you love and loving what you're doing, loving the people that's around you? You uplifting them, they uplifting you. Man, that ain't nothing wrong with transition there, because again, there's never no point of us oh, all right, I manifested everything, cool. So when I say if you transition right now, hypothetically speaking, it's about, being satisfied with your growth. Because there's never really no, I haven't made it there yet. Well, I mean, in essence, you made it there if you're strongly working on being there, right now, Because again, in order for you to work on it and get closer to it, you enjoying every moment of working on it. That's why you're getting closer to it. Matter of fact, Arnold Schwarzenegger spoke on that, how he was the only person in the gym smiling when he would lift weights, because he was envisioning, how much good was going to come from him working out, and winning these competitions. So in that moment, even though he hadn't won those competitions or reached that point, say for instance, if he transitioned while lifting weights in that moment, he'd have transitioned smiling because he was thinking about that place he was getting to or manifesting in that moment. So that's something to think about as well, But before I go on to just keep falling in and out of these points, that's just the main point. When ish hit the fan, are you still a fan? Nah, but when ish hit the fan, man, who will you be able to say, all right, well, yeah, I was working on myself, I was doing the best I was doing, cool. Or will you feel damn, nah, I gotta go back and do more, reset button, and in those situations we don't have, nobody but ourselves to blame, but which, again, we don't blame ourselves in that instance because we're not trying to be hard on ourselves. That creates trauma. Don't be hard on yourself. Want to forgive ourselves. So, that's it. Again, just right now, every second, quote unquote, is ticking. Chronos or Saturn, Father Time. Matter of fact, that's why it was funny, as above, so below. That's why Capricorn so about their business and feel damn, I might as well be dead if I'm not working. Because we ruled by fucking Saturn that zapped the energy and it causes us to age. So we know, you know what I'm saying? We ruled by that guy, so we know what time it is. So we bro, dude, manifest, pie right. solar plexus, root chakra, grounding, earthy, you know what I'm saying? And which for me, with my vibration, Capricorn is more of my, it's the Western astrology sign for me, and it's more of my, when I'm in my more physical, not the bad ego in essence, but the ego vibration. And then with Ophiuchus, the 13th sign astrology, I'm Sagittarius, and that's more of my soulful vibration, And the Aries moon, again, the ego, physical vibration, and then Pisces moon, the soulful vibration, for me myself. But again, yeah, back to the thing. And you see how all these things add up? When I'm clowning about, gotta work in the moment, and time. And Chronos deals with time, and Capricorn's ruled by that, so that's why I gotta be doing a video. What I'm doing if I'm not doing a video, what I'm talking about. Am I building with something that's helping me do something? And for real, or am I just building about, like, I'm fake building where we like talking about something where people throwing ideas at me that I'm really not vibing with, but because it just sounds like we're building, I'm gonna just still listen to it or this and that, or should I stop that person and be like, wait, you know what, hold on, no, I feel you, but I got my own ideas and things I gotta get done, you know what I'm saying, and make that conversation more authentic, by letting them know, wait, instead of us throwing these just loose schemes, or how about we just do this, how about we just do that, you know what I'm saying? It's time to cut those relationships out too, like, it's all right to, again, in essence, I ain't gonna say be by yourself and be doing these things, but, loosely throwing things out there, cool, but you should be focusing in on what you really want, and not really focus on other people's schemes and how they trying to bring you into them and stuff like that. That's wasting your energy and time, quote unquote. But peace. Happy now. Now is the vibe rate. The rate at which we vibe. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now, man. Right now. Right now, go do it. Now. Cut that conversation now. Oh, sorry, so-and-so, man. My bad to cut you short, but I gotta go take care of some business right now. Right now is the perfect opportunity. I was gonna swing through, but man, something popped up right now, man. I linked up with somebody dealing with the business situation, so I had to take care of something right now. Now, like, peace.